Break me off, I get you, yeah, when the lights is off. And did y'all watch Juicy singing that song? Juicy killed it, yes. Miss Juicy, baby.
Break me off, I get you, yeah, when the lights is off. I'm summertime touching, but the game's on pause. Hey. Do it how I like it, baby, nice and slow.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Here's My Issue. I'm your host, Linda Star, the Gossip Goddess, and we're here with some hot gossip. Okay, it ain't that hot. I put 20 on set right there, but it ain't that hot. All right, let's get to talking. So as y'all saw, I was singing my girl song. Y'all saw Miss Juicy singing it too. The BMO artist, Ari Lennox, and she's upset. She's not doing well right now, guys. So let's talk about what Ari Lennox is upset for. So Ari Lennox took to Twitter to say she's quitting music, okay, because she was snubbed at the Soul Train Music Awards. So she's really upset about the awards, and I don't know how Twitter took it from being already been upset about being snubbed to her versus Lizzo, but I feel like that, I don't like that, because she was nominated for 3 awards. She did not win either of the awards, but it became a her versus Lizzo, and I don't understand why you guys think that because Lizzo isn't the type of artist you would imagine at the Soul Train Awards that she should not have been nominated, but she was, and a lot of people are nominated for those awards that are not soul or whatever that definition of soul means to you guys. And also, if you ever watch an old episode of Soul Train Awards, it's not a genre. I mean, yes, back in the day, more people were soulish, I guess. I don't even know what you call it. It was a platform for black artists to perform and people to sing. I don't understand where a type of music or what music sound like what is a choice. But let's talk about what Ari said on Twitter. But first, let me tell you the three categories that she was actually snubbed from. So she was snubbed from the Best R&B Soul Female Artist, and H.E.R took that award. Best Collaboration, Chris Brown and Drake took that award. No one is upset with Chris Brown and Drake, and they are not soul music. Chris Brown is very pop. He's poppy. Like, he's probably more poppy than Lizzo. But let's keep going. And she was also snubbed for album/mixtape of the year, and Lizzo won that award. And again, that's the award that a lot of people online on Twitter specifically is where I seen it, where people were going back and forth whether Lizzo should have won the award or not. It's not about whether Lizzo should have won the award. Lizzo is an artist. They thought she deserved that award, and we should not take away from Lizzo to give to Ari. So let's talk about what Ari Lennox wrote on Twitter. Now, the tweets are now deleted, and I've been looking for them, but I cannot find them. I have found some of the quotes that she said, and I'm gonna link some actual pictures that I seen up here. So let's get to what Ari said. So Ari said, "Shea Butter Baby will always be special. I made a soul album for black people." And she said, "I made my album for black people. You know what I realized? People who genuinely F with me understand my frustration. People who are self-hating haters are clearly have never given my music a chance, got the biggest problem with me always. No one will have to worry about me complaining after this current complaint. What I will not do is ever be this suppressed again. It's not just an award. It wasn't any award show. It was the Soul Train Awards. As you can see, I'm a big fan of soul music and huge fan of Soul Train's history. Being snubbed was something I always expected and was definitely prepared for, just not by them. I'm not selling out, so I quit. To all those annoyed with me, you got it. I won't lose my mind over this ish. I would save my sanity first." Okay. Then she also, for those who've been like attacking the nominees and all the people who won, she said, "My intent was never to shade other nominees. I'm hurt and don't expect soulless haters to understand that." And then she said, "Every time I wrap my mind around it, I just can't accept it. It feels like a breakup. I made a soulful album. I never ran from who I am. I just expected the one platform to understand that. It takes a lot of energy to do these things, and ultimately, this was a hard loss for me." And I get it, Ari. I really get it. You know, a lot of people can understand a lot of people was also judging her for being upset about this, but you can understand someone like Erykah Badu saying, "I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my ish." You know, artists have, for centuries and ages have been upset about being, should I say centuries? Have stuff been centuries? Okay, for a long time. Look, I overdid it with that centuries about artists for centuries. Girl, bye. Wait, but so let's go back. So artists for ages, for a long time, have been upset about losses for award shows. I mean, remember when Kanye used to spaz about losing awards? I mean, just a lot of artists be upset about losing awards. Because when you do this art, you get out here, you perform, you put your energy, your soul, your life for this music. Because artists, I mean, people don't understand, like, being a creative myself, you know, I see how much work you can put into something, and I don't even give stuff all the time my all, and I see how much work it is. So imagine, you know, writing your album and you think this is my work, this is my art, I love this, and not getting the recognition that you feel you deserve. Because whether you feel she deserves it or not, she got it. But I would be remiss to say that Lizzo doesn't deserve it either. Lizzo may not make the music you think represents Soul Train Awards, but Lizzo is a black artist, and Soul Train does not have a genre. Soul Train is for black artists, and unfortunately we don't have a lot of award shows that we can, especially as an artist that makes the kind of music Ari makes. She doesn't have a lot of platforms, and I think that is probably what she's more upset with. I don't think she's upset with not winning an award. It's like, this is probably the only one that I'm gonna get. This is the only one that's gonna recognize me, and I want to win this because I put so much work into this album. So whereas Lizzo, as we can see, she was nominated 8 times for Grammys Awards, but I will say I love that Lizzo album. I really love Lizzo, and I don't know much about Ari. I mean, that BMO song, that's my song. I love that song, but I actually love They're From DC. I love the Go-Go version. I heard it somewhere, and I was like, oh my God, I can't find it. I don't know where to find it, but I love that song. But I feel like this back and forth on Twitter, people saying who deserve it, who don't, that's not what we should be talking about. One, we should be trying to uplift more artists like Ari Lennox. If you really like that music, again, that's not really particularly my particular type of music. I did listen to her album. I enjoy a few of her songs. Like, I have one of her songs on like one of my playlists, so I do enjoy some of her songs, or whatever the case may be. And like I said, I love that BMO song. But I personally, if you like that music, you like that artist, why don't we start putting our artists on a pedestal more, put her on a platform, and not put us against each other? We don't have that many awards that recognize us. That we don't have that many awards that recognize all types of our music. So instead of us putting us against each other, instead of us worrying about the Grammys coming out, and all y'all, I'm side-eyeing all y'all who like, oh, she's complaining about a Soul Train. Come back to me when she complained about a Grammy. But y'all, what? Y'all get on this. Y'all be lying. Like, y'all lie a lot on the internet, I realize. Y'all be lying. Because y'all, one minute, y'all sit up there and say, I'm rooting for everything black and black. Y'all this. Online, y'all this. Outside of line, I don't know. Offline, y'all, I don't know what y'all are, because I can't believe that people question her for being excited about a Soul Train Award, but you want to uplift more black things. Like, I don't get it. But I still have to say, let's not forget that Lizzo is an artist and she's sensitive about her issue too. And let's not take away from her winning the award. Let's not take away from her accomplishments. She worked hard as well. We heard about Lizzo's journey. We heard about Ari's journey. I didn't know Ari Lennox was grinding since 2009. You know, I didn't know that. So her putting that out there online, I really felt her pain. I felt like, girl, yes, I understand you putting this work, your first studio album coming out, and you thinking maybe I'm gonna win an award for this album from these people, and you don't get it. I get it, girl. I get it. You know, so y'all, let's not put them two against each other. They are not the same people. And yes, a lot of Lizzo songs can come off popish, whatever that means. I don't even know. Because all my life I thought pop music was just what was popular. And yes, Lizzo has a lot of popular music. And I love the music. I do. I really do. But let's not put them against each other. And, you know, hopefully Ari changes her mind about leaving the. She said she joined the military, and then she posted a picture of her in her army greens or military greens, and I was done. I said, you know what? I'm not. I'm not fooling with Ari. She also said she wasn't going to do no more live performances unless it's on live. And I think she said IG and YouTube. So let's keep, your Ari fans. Hopefully you guys go up there and like buy her album, do whatever you need to do. Hopefully she could feel your love. Hopefully she just doesn't give up. This is when you work on something so long, I can understand. Like I never ever would judge an artist for being upset about not winning something. I would never judge a person for them wanting to be recognized for their work they do, because we all do. It's human. So that's the back and forth is not even called for, but that's it. But I talked about Lizzo being nominated for 8 Grammy nominations. She actually lead this year's Grammy. So she's the only one who has 8 nominations, and it's for Record of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Best New Artist, Best Pop Solo Performance, Best R&B Performance, and Best Traditional R&B Performance. So that's about it about music gossip. Yes, that's it about music gossip. So are you guys watching the Grammys Awards? I didn't want to do a whole video on the Grammys, and I didn't want to talk about everybody who's nominated, because you know what, I'd rather talk about the Soul Train Awards. That's who we need to talk about. Grammys are great, and I'm all for my favorites win Grammys and stuff like that, but we need to put more power into Soul Train Awards. And a lot of y'all disappointed me on Twitter saying, ugh, I can't believe she's this upset about a Soul Train Award. Why wouldn't you? I remember y'all, didn't y'all clown August Alsina for crying about his BET Awards? Let me tell you, I'm doing this stuff. I'm hoping something come out of me on here. And let me tell you, any award I get, especially from people who look like me, who are me, people who are black, I'm going, the tears. The tears I'm going to shed. So y'all might as well get ready to talk about me now. So let's move on. So I had a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to talk about, and I was just like, ugh. I think I'm going to talk about Ray J and his wife feuding. I'm going to talk about it on, I think I'm going to talk about it on IG. Follow Heresmyissue IG. It's right here. Right there. So I think I'm going to talk about it. It's going to be fun, right? So let's get IG popping. But Ray J, he know better. Princess Love. How you say, Princess Love. Princess, it's time for you to leave him. And I don't even like telling women to leave men, but this man disrespect you in public, on a public platform, and you guys are public people. It's time to leave. I mean, even if he was doing this in private and I knew her in real life, I would be like, girl, it's time to leave. You didn't deal with enough. But it's time for you to go. But let's move on. So, in my TI video, I did a Whose Mans Is This? That might be a segment, because it's another Whose Man Is This out here, okay?
Hey, whose mans is this?
Y'all see the news, and I'm not even going to talk much about this, because one, it shocked the crap out of me. So, y'all see the news that there was a studio exec that thought Julia Roberts would be perfect to play Harriet Tubman. So first of all, I never knew that this movie was in kind of the forecast for over 20 years. Like 20 years that they were talking about making the Harriet movie that's out right now. Over 20 years, right? But not only that, they were talking about making this movie, and an exec thought that Julia Roberts, and he had a nerve to insult our intelligence and say, so long ago, they won't know the difference. Sir,
hey, whose mans
is this? Y'all, this is why more black people need to be in these seats. And I'm glad that that person who was there. Because imagine back then seeing a movie where Harriet Tubman is played by Julia Roberts. I love Julia, and I feel like she wouldn't have accepted that role. But you never know. Y'all, until next time, I thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, comment below. Let's talk. Let's talk about what we talked about. What y'all think about Ari Lennox? Did y'all want her to leave? Did y'all like her album? Y'all watching the Grammys? I don't usually watch the whole thing, but I see what's going on. And what y'all think about Princess Love? Come on, join me over at Heresmyissue. Here's My Issues Instagram. All of that information be here, and I'm also going to put the link in the description box. And what y'all think? I don't even want to ask y'all what y'all think about Julia Roberts playing Harriet Tubman, because yo, whose man is this? I am shocked. When I seen that, I didn't know whether to laugh, whether to be like, Hollywood is so out of touch. Like, I don't know what to think. Like, y'all, let's go. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Bye, guys.